So there's this big issue in Dota 2 right now where the Radiant has a much higher win rate than the Dire. The most recent patch tried to fix stuff by moving around some of the creep spawn boxes in the Dire jungle, but honestly, I don't think it's going to do much. Other people have suggested things like neutralizing some of the most dominant Radiant ward spots and changing the perspective on the maps that the Dire can play from the bottom left like the Radiant normally does, but no, those changes they're just terrible. Look, you don't need to change the map or the perspective in order to equalize the win rate. I have an easy, simple, elegant solution to make sure that the Dire and the Radiant each have a 50% win rate. Follow me on this. So let's say the Radiant have roughly a 5% win rate advantage over the Dire. You need to get that 5% down to 0%. So what you do is you make it so that in every game, there's a 5% chance that a neutral creep will spawn, named the Spirit of Good Game Design. The Spirit then proceeds to destroy the Radiant base, making the Radiant lose the game. If you need to adjust the win rate further, all you do is change the spawn rate for the Spirit, or make it spawn against the Dire, and boom, solution. Both sides are even, problem solved, everyone is happy. Ice Frog, you're welcome. Did your job for you. Now I know what you're thinking. Goat, there is a big issue with this idea. When is the Spirit gonna spawn? Good question. I'm thinking about 23 minutes in. You can't spawn the Spirit right at the beginning of the game or no one will be invested in whether they win or not, and spawning it too late will give the Radiant an actual chance to win. So 23 minutes is a nice, happy medium. Anyway, I'm getting into the nitty-gritty of the idea. The point is, Radiant advantage solved. Man, that was really easy. I wonder what other problems the Spirit of Good Game Design can solve. Don't like the UI? Just call the Spirit. New set looks bad? Just call the Spirit. Bane moving too fast? Just call the Spirit.
God's sake.
It's for the best.
Eddie, please!
Get your side mirror knocked off by a piece of particle board that flew off a truck on the freeway? Just follow these steps.
First, you're going to take off the inner guard plate. Next, we're going to start unzipping some of the plastic screws around the perimeter. Use your lever jar to get in there and just rip off that center girdle. Pop the handle houser out and just give it some flicks for good measure. Lever jar is really important for this next bit. We're just going to get deep in there. Yeah. Deep in there. Deep in there. Until you can waggle the whole frame. Now we're going to use a 10mm socket to you to get out these blitzins. If you're using an extender, be sure to look away while it's rotating or you will be turned to stone. Finally, we take off the outer guard plate to excise the stub, so we're left with a space for the new part, and then all you gotta do is
just call the Spirit! Idiots ruining your games and keeping you in MMR hell? Just call the Spirit! Spirit, what are we doing on my desktop? Spirit, wait, what are you doing, Spirit? Spirit, no. Spirit, no, please. Spirit, there must be some other way. Spirit, please don't, no.